Aston Villa 3, Manchester United 1. Let's go. Salam sejahtera and welcome to JomUnited. We are a Malaysian Manchester United fan channel. Yes, dengan bangganya Buatan, Malaysia. Okay, if you witness such a shambolic performance by our team today, regardless, smash the like button, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe.
And then don't forget, kita ada telegrams untuk menceritakan pasal apa-apa saja tentang Manchester United yang akan ke Gua. So apa-apa pun dekat situ ada link telegram untuk kita join with the members.
Okay, we got some comments by Donovan David. I think pretty sure also Smurf was actually saying that we managed to broke a record after 27 years. Our first loss in Villa Park. All right, so everybody, I think everybody is feeling dejected, frustrated. All right, the whole team was lethargic. Right, I don't know whether it's because of the lack of depth or whatnot. And a lot of these issues we actually spoke about Smurf in our previous episode, the Europa game, when we are talking about the midfield and whatnot. All right, through long and behold, we actually witnessed a shambolic midfield again today. All right, so Smurf, what's your take of the game just now?
What's my take on the game? The game was we were just not hungry. There was no hunger. There was no desire to win the game. We were not defending as a unit. We were not attacking as a unit. There was, the third goal, for instance. Put it this way: if there was a sinkhole in Villa Park today, in the midfield, none of Manchester United players would actually be a casualty. None of them, because they were just non-existent. It's sad to see us playing that way. There was we were playing without a gameplay. What was the gameplay? Was it long balls or was it passing from the back, going through the midfield? I just didn't see anything. I mean, wherever the ball was, on the left, on the right, in the middle, they tried to attack. They lost the ball. Casemiro did well, if you ask me. He did well. Yeah, there were a few mistakes, but he was one of the better players today. But every time when he gets the ball and he makes a pass to his friends, to his teammates, they lose the ball. The ball comes back. So there was just no desire, no hunger today. And we all know that Villa is with a new manager. And everybody in Villa would want to impress the manager. So, yeah, Villa came out with more desire. They wanted to win the game at home. They wanted to impress the manager and probably secure their first 11 positions, whoever who started the game. So we were just the second best today. We were just the second best team.
Okay, let's break it down, all right? Let's talk about the goals that we conceded, all right? Okay, Jai, goal pertama. So macam kita discuss pre-show tadi, you rasa player tu tengah tidur ke apa? Because I think first 5 minutes or whatnot, kita nampak kita pressing yang cantik, alright? We were playing quite compact and solid in the first 5 minutes or so. And lepas goal tu masuk memang hancur semua. So daripada goal yang pertama tu, apa pendapat you?
Ya, kalau kita nak tengok game-game sebelum ni pun kita kalah dengan gol-gol awal. So yes, betul. Defend kita, midfield kita masih belum settle down. Bila kita bermain di tempat lawan dan dengan ada kapasiti fan base yang ramai, and then dengan manager yang baru, dan bila kita kena first goal dalam minit yang awal, untuk kita catch up the game memang amat memerikkan. So macam I cakap game sebelum ni, kalau back four kita tak bagus, tak ada function, midfield kita akan collapse. And then dekat sinilah kita akan nampak yang Bruno Fernandes sepatutnya bermain. Yelah, dia tidak boleh bermain. So dekat sinilah key player yang kita akan nampak bila mereka tidak ada dan game akan jadi macam tu. So dekat sini adalah satu faktor-faktor lah menyebabkan, dan paling mustahak ialah bila kita belum cepat catch up the game, so kita akan lose. Bila kita lose goal awal, kita akan terima mistake, kita akan terima. So dekat sini memang yang paling kita nampak kita tak settle down dengan awal. Itu yang paling mustahak lah, kita kena settle down.
Okay, Sandeep Gill mentioned my left leg died tonight. Doc mentioned a very disjointed performance today. Mark mentioned non-performance. By the way, get well
Yeah.
soon, Mark. Get well soon. 90 minutes of Jack Orr. Right. Doc again mentioned only Martinez did himself justice. Casemiro and Eriksson did well in feats and starts. The rest was all poor. Sandeep Gill mentioned Villa playing like champions. I think whichever team that came out with us today also would have played like champions today. The desire, the hunger was totally there for Villa. Not in United's. I mean, the players, they didn't really show that. All right, so Smurf, the second goal, you were actually pinpointing something. A lot of the the talk was on David De Gea not being, able to save the free kick and whatnot. But then you actually mentioned something earlier, before, giving that free kick away.
Well, Shaw had to give the free kick away, if you ask me. I mean, he took one for the team. But what caused the free kick to happen? What caused Shaw to actually do that? What caused Shaw to actually take one for the team? Martinez screwed up. He screwed up his pass. Was it a bad ball control, or screw up? Yeah, so that was one mistake that he did. But nevertheless, I'm not going to take the performance that they put in today, the desire and hunger that he only had today. But yes, the second goal, for me, it was caused by Martinez. It was caused by Martinez because he had a bad pass or bad control of the ball, caused Shaw to actually take one for the team, got a yellow card on top of that. And I'm not going to take the free kick away from Digny. It was a good free kick, but once again, it was also savable by David De Gea. It was just a perfect height for the goalkeeper to actually save it, if you ask me. But nevertheless, they were saying that the wall was a bit far away, more than 10 feet away. So, but whatever the case is, it's not an excuse, if you ask me. But we should have not considered that free kick in the first place, because we were trying to play from back or something like that. We shouldn't have gave away that free kick, and that goal shouldn't have happened. Well, if it was just 1-0 and we equalized in the ending minutes of the first half, it could have been a different game in the second half all around.
Okay, Doc got a question for Jai. Bukan jual Bruno ke Jai? Okay, so the next thing we want to talk about, the third goal lah, Jai. Okay, yang saya nampak tu, bila players semua lari ke belakang tu, ada satu gap besar sana, tak tahu ke mana kita punya midfield pergi. Okay, Eriksson dia memang masuk ke dalam box, tapi macam personnel, macam I don't remember seeing the low, because I think Casemiro dia gerak to the right. He was marking the Villa player, right? So where are the rest of the players? Where was Van de Beek? Okay, so in this kind of situation, usually midfield, right, Bruno would have actually tracked back. So apa pendapat you?
Pendapat tentang Bruno ke ataupun tentang gol tadi yang ketiga? Tentang gol yang ketiga kan?
Because dia
okay.
Kalau Bruno ada kat dalam game tu, okay, walau bagaimanapun kita kecam dia, I'm very very sure dia mesti akan track back punya dalam situasi begitu.
Sebab gol tadi ialah gol kalau tak silap counter attack kalau tak silap. So kelemahan kita nampak ialah Lindelof sebenarnya. Lindelof sebab kita boleh nampak sebelum ni dia akan track back ke belakang tau. Dia akan biar pemain lawan bawa ke depan dan dia akan ke belakang sampailah ke dalam kotak di box tadi. So the chances bila
kan? Tadi tu Casemiro kan, bukan Lindelof lah. Casemiro kan.
No, Lindelof. Casemiro dia backup saja. Dia backup bola tu, tapi bola tu sebenarnya sepatutnya one to one antara Lindelof dengan attacking Aston Villa, and then dia cut back masuk keluar. Itu yang I nampak.
I don't know, maybe I'm confused. I thought yang itu goal yang pertama, goal yang 3, if I'm not mistaken, Casemiro yang dia tak commit, dia ikut saja player Villa kalau tak silap saya. But anyway, what was your take?
So but then dekat sini kelemahan antara different antara Martinez dengan Lindelof. Kalau kita tengok Martinez, dia akan intercept awal tau. Tetapi Lindelof dia akan biar, bukan hari ni punya game saja. Sebelum ni punya game, yes betul, memang midfield kita longgar waktu tu. Memang tidak cuma ada Casemiro dan Dalot sudah out of position, and yang Eriksen dia dah terlepas bola tu ke depan bila dia cut back. So dekat situ memang chances untuk dapat gol bila dalam kotak di box memang sangat besar. So that means sekarang ni kalau kita nak tengok game daripada itulah saya cakap, kalau back four kita problem dan midfield kita longgar, dia akan merisikokan kita punya team sendiri. So for me, Lindelof selalu buat mistake yang sama.
Okay, Smurfs, what's your take on that game? And then also, I remember we were actually talking again in the Europa post-match reaction, talking about Van der Beek shouldn't actually play in the first starting 11, should come out of the bench instead. And then, okay, I think Eriksen, like you mentioned, I think you actually spoke to me during the game that he shouldn't play at the number 8 because defensively he's very suspect.
No, based on today's game, yes, we lost Bruno Fernandes. But nevertheless, losing him, for me, a lot of people are saying that, yeah, we probably lost because we don't have Bruno Fernandes today. But I think that's not the case. I think there was just no desire, no hunger in the entire team. And this is not today only. The previous game against Real Sociedad, it was the same thing. We do not show any enthusiasm. We did not want to win the game by 2-3 goals. We just wanted to play the game off. So, nevertheless, back to the question. I think that looking at the positioning of the players today, I would actually move Eriksen to the number 10 and take off Van der Beek. And I mean, we had either of the McFreds to actually come in for the midfield. And I think that would actually be a better booster for the back with Casemiro running the show at the back. And then you have McTom or either McFred running around as well. And our number 10, which is a very experienced number 10 in Eriksen, he can actually distribute the ball well. And I think Garnacho was a threat. On the right-hand side, Rashford was, I don't know if he played with 10 players or he actually played with 11 players, but nevertheless, I think that if Eriksen would have been moved to the number 10 instead of Van der Beek, it would have actually been a better setup for us.
Okay, we got a comment by Adam. Muka semua macam hilang bini. Sabar je lah. Kamis nanti kita
Belum
balis.
kahwin, bro.
Oh man. Okay, Roger mentioned no balance in the team. Right side was non-existent when Rashford was playing there. I think the midfield was non-existent as well. The midfield was.
No, it's not that. It's not just the midfield. Rashford was never helping out. He was not running back, tracking the ball. He was not coming back to receive the ball. In fact, on the right-hand side, I see more of Dalot. I also see Dalot moving to the middle most of the time. Where was Rashford? I only saw Rashford for probably 2-3 minutes when he was moved to the left-hand side once the substitution was made. 2-3 minutes he played. I mean, I saw him there and then he went missing all over again. So why leave him in the team? Why leave him still in the playing? I mean, we have other players on the bench. Once again, Pellistri is on the bench. If Rashford is not performing, what's the problem in bringing another player in Pellistri who might not perform? Because if Pellistri do not perform like Rashford, it's the same thing all around. But if Pellistri would to perform, it would have just been better for the team.
Okay, Martin mentioned Ronaldo and Rashford have both missed 8 big chances in all competitions this season, despite Ronaldo playing 202 less minutes. Roger again mentioned we played with 9 players, Rashford and Van der Beek missing. Okay, Jai, so boleh nampak kan daripada kita punya squad sekarang memang lack of depth lah. And then sambung apa yang Smurf cakap tadi. Eric Ten Hag, his decision untuk tak mainkan pemain-pemain macam Pellistri sebagainya. So, do you think that maybe he should give chance to players yang sebegitu just to fill up the gaps that we have right now? Because basically, second half dia bawa masuk Ilanga lebih kurang sama saja kan. So, why not try other players, other combinations?
No lah, actually kita dalam game yang ke-10 baru kita kalah balik kan, betul? Kalau tak silap I lah, game yang ke-10. So dengan adanya yang player-player sebelum ni, Rashford, Elanga, and then kembali pada Anthony Martial, memang kita sepatut, kalau ikutkan pendapat kita, memang kita nak masukkan Pellistri, Iqbal, whatever lah, sesiapa pun yang ada dekat luar sana tu. Tapi macam I cakap lah, last game before I pernah cakap, this tactical tau. Tactical option yang kita ada dekat luar dan waktu apa yang diorang dah plan. Sebab setiap game mesti ada plan dia daripada awal. So mungkin kita, macam kita pernah dengar Garnacho, dia tak masukkan Garnacho sebab Garnacho tak nak, mungkin kita tak tahu dia weak daripada segi defensif. So kita tak tahu Pelestri. Yes, betul, kita boleh cuba Pelestri, kita boleh jumpa siapa-siapa pun. Tetapi for now memang kita lack pada player-player yang ada. So kemungkinan bila kita dah kalah hari ni, mungkin kita akan nampak in the next game, kita tak tahu. Sebab Erik Ten Hag dia adalah lebih faham dengan apa yang dia nak cuba terapkan. Tapi for the game hari ni, I tak nampak benda ada positif tetapi tidak ada terlalu positif. Sebab I nampak macam contoh Dalot tadi dia dapat bola dekat dalam D-box, dia nak cut back pula. Sepatutnya dia boleh shooting je bola tu. So dekat sini kita nampak macam ada something tactical ke ataupun apa yang coach Erik Ten Hag explain dengan diorang ke, tetapi for me lah dekat sini bukan kita nak kena 100% bagi Erik Ten Hag punya decision lah, tetapi dekat minda dan otak player sendiri. Sebab tengok macam Malaysia dia bawa bola ke depan dan dia dekat back ke belakang. Kebanyakan dia tak ada yang kita dah kena 3-1 tetapi diorang tak alert untuk attack. Diorang main lagi. So dekat sini sama ada Erik Ten Hag punya decision explain ataupun player sendiri yang tidak menggunakan akal dan fikiran.
But Jai, we got 90 minutes in the game. 90 minutes in
Yeah.
the game. As a manager, if you have planned something, okay, we are talking about world-class managers here. Managers with basically A license, pro license. You're not talking about a newbie manager which is coming up from AFC, which is a D license manager. For instance, these are pro managers. You are telling me in 90 minutes, they make one plan only and they are unable to basically tweak the plan to suit the game, to go for the win or something like that. So if they make a plan A and the plan doesn't work, so they just sit on it and, well, I made a plan, fine, we lost 3-0, we'll try again next game. I don't think so that's the case. Because as a good manager, as a tactical manager, as a pro license manager, you need to have various plans for the game. Now, you are not only allowed to make 3 substitutions in the BPL, you are allowed to make 5 substitutions in the BPL. Wouldn't 5 different players coming in to change the game? You can actually do that. So, for me, if you have a plan and the plan doesn't work, you have 1 hour, 30 minutes to basically tweak your plan and go for it. Not just sit down and basically, we have a plan, we follow the plan. No, it doesn't make sense.
No, okay, just from this Martin's comment, how to plan a new manager's first game. Okay, so the question that I wanted to ask you is the in-game management of Erik Ten Hag. So it seems like right now he's a one-trick pony in a sense, all right? So meaning that during the game-wise, the changes that he make and whatnot, his tactics and whatnot, there's not much going on. So I don't know. What's your take on Erik Ten Hag?
On Erik Ten Hag's plan, you mean?
In-game management.
I think he has the players in the squad. I think he has the players in the squad. But he is not trying out players and giving them opportunities. Once again, I think I'm emphasizing on Pelistri. Why not bring Pelistri when you know Rashford was not playing well? And Pelistri, okay, if Rashford is not playing well, for instance, like I mentioned again, he's giving 0 contribution to the team. Make the substitution, bring in Ilanga or bring in Pelistri. If they come in and they were to give zero contribution to the team, it's the same thing. Fine. He has tried and made a change. But if he don't make the change, then nothing is going to happen. There's no change going to be made. So for me, Ilanga came in on the right-hand side. Yes, a lot of people criticize Ilanga's performance and stuff like that. But in that few minutes of playing, how many crosses or drills did he actually put into the box compared to Rashford?
Okay, wait. Well, then having plans but not having the right personnel to carry it out is also a factor. Okay, this is another input by Roger. I think he has a point there. The personnel that, maybe he has the tactics and whatnot, but then he doesn't have the personnel to actually perform to do it actually.
I mean, you had Marshall on the bench. Marshall is basic. I mean, you can actually bring in Marshall for number 9. He have taken out Ronaldo, and Ronaldo was, I want to say that he was not performing up to expectation today. So take one for the team, take off Ronaldo if he's not performing. What's the problem with it? Put in Marshall as the number 9. Put in
But then
Rashford on the
again,
left hand side.
But then again, Smurf, just to ask you, Ronaldo in the team. I mean, if just say there were chances created, there was creativity going on, then yes, maybe if he doesn't really finish it, then it's fine. But then regardless, I think I was talking to someone else. You actually put Haaland in the team, the way that we actually performed just now. What can a world-class player like Haaland can actually do also in that setup just now?
Well, Haaland has much more energy for one. He is much more physical because he's much more younger compared to Ronaldo. I think Haaland, if you give him that to play in the United squad today, he might have, I wouldn't say goal if Martinez would have made great saves, but he could have basically have 1 or 2 more shots on target, which might have led to goals. Well, Ronaldo had a header. Which was saved by Martinez's legs, if I'm not wrong. Well, if it was Haaland, he might have just hit it in a different position. I'm not saying that Ronaldo is not good. I'm not saying I'm against Ronaldo. Well, he's one of my idol, to be very honest. But if that lad is not performing, he's got to come out. As simple as that. Try something else.
Adam mentioned biggest mistake for today was put Rashford on the right wing and gave chances to Van de Beek. Van de Beek should go. EPL not for him. Siapa lah yang beli player ni? Okay, Sandeep mentioned nope, Haaland wouldn't add anything to our team. I think even when Marcel came in just now, I think initially before he actually played on the left hand side, he was actually playing like maybe a number 10 type of role. He was playing deep. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Trying to do some kind of creativity from the midfield. So, Jai, pendapat you, okay, just to tambah lagi berdasarkan Eric Ten Hag, you rasa Eric Ten Hag ada cuba untuk menukar game tadi in the second half masa kita nak kejar gol?
Yes, dia ada cuba. Siapa-siapa pun kalau dekat dalam game tadi, Eric Ten Hag ke whatever lah, Ole ke siapa-siapa, dia orang akan cuba tukarkan game tu as a fast sebab kita dah ketinggalan 3-1. 2-1 sebelum first half, second half 3-1 kan. So, cuma dia kena tengok lah siapa ada dekat luar. Maksud I, siapa yang sub dekat sub. Okey lah, kalau dia berhati kering, dia nak letak Palestri, whatever, siapa-siapa. Tapi macam I cakap lah, kalau siapa pun dekat dalam dunia coach pun, dalam dunia manager pun, dia orang akan plan dan dia orang akan letak dan dia orang akan simpan, dia orang akan letak, keluarkan ke ataupun masukkan ke. Itu semua antara dia orang punya apa yang dia orang plan untuk game hari ni. Cuma macam I cakap lah, walaupun kau ada Eric Ten Hag ke, kau ada the world manager macam mana pun, tetapi kalau dekat dalam padang tidak ada player yang nak describekan benda tu, tak akan menjadi. So, okay, isu dia sekarang, kemungkinan lah, hari ni kita kalah dan semalam sebelum ni kita menang 10 game atau draw dan hari ni kita kalah. So, either kalau kita setiap kali game kalah, itu kemungkinan Eric Ten Hag tidak menggunakan apa pengalaman dia hari ni. Tapi kita kena fikirkan apa yang dia ada dekat dalam dia punya squad. Cukup ke, tak cukup ke, penetrate ke, boleh dipakai ke, kena fikir kat situ. Kita tak boleh main serombrono saja untuk meletakkan Eric Ten Hag tak nak kena letak Palestri, Eric Ten Hag nak kena letak Iqbal. Tak, it's not like that, you know. Ini bukan game macam semua cakap lah, coach D, E, F, G ke whatever, ataupun game Liga M ke Liga whatever lah. Ini EPL. Kena faham. Next game, kita kena jumpa balik Aston Villa untuk Carabao Cup whatever lah. Mungkin kita akan jumpa ke apa whatever. Game panjang lagi, babe. Masa panjang lagi. Sekarang Eric Ten Hag kena penetrate apa yang dia dapat hari ni. Dia kena tahulah. It's not zaman Alex Ferguson.
Joker mentioned fatigue plays a role. Okay, so with our current again, I bring him back to the current squad depth in the midfield and also in the striking position and whatnot, like forward threes and whatnot. Are you worried, Smurf, with the way that the team is going on right now, with the upcoming games and one again the World Cup coming up and the post World Cup, you know, the kind of and then those additional 2 more games from Europa? Are you worried, Smurf?
Yeah, I said we should have back Real Sociedad and not even be talking about 2 additional games in this hectic season. Put it that way. Yes, I'm worried. I'm worried, and I'm also pretty worried. Come January, if we are going to enhance our squad, and the question is, well, Champion League players, big names, already playing in the Champions League, still in the Champions League, would they want to come to a club, to us at the moment? Uh, so for me, yes, I'm pretty worried about the future. Looking at the last 2 games, yeah, we talk about we have won the last few games, 10 games ago or what sort, forever. But Jai, you have to remember one thing. What's our goal deficit in the Premier League at the moment? How many games have we played? It was our defense bailing us out most of the
Ya,
time.
yes,
We are
betul.
negative one.
Tak.
We are negative one.
No, no, no.
So what is our forwards doing? So if we know that there is a problem, there is a football problem in United, we are not scoring enough. What is the manager doing to actually get this better? How many games have we scored? I think games under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer we scored much more, higher scoring games. We are -1 deficit at the moment in the Premier League. After how many games?
Okay, Nicholas mentioned we might have to sacrifice one competition to get some breathing space between games. We don't have the personnel for so many competitions, 1/3 of the season and already looking tired, which is very true. A lot of these players that have been playing each and every game, the low is matter of time before he actually breaks down. Ericsson, we can actually see already his performance, I think, today and even the game before this, the Real Sociedad game also. I mean, apart from the how to say the cross and whatnot, right, I don't really think he's really performing to his best, his how to say his optimum performance and whatnot. So this is something that is worrying for us, United fans lah.
I still feel that the team revolves around Ericsson. If Ericsson comes out and he has a bad game, yeah, he's playing on the pitch, but if he has a bad game, if he is showing lack of energy, fatigue, the team just doesn't perform. If he's come out fired up, fresh, where initially when he joined us, I think we were performing very well. There was a lot of playing from the back, playing through the midfield, and going up front, and I mean, at least attempts on goal. But this is not happening now. If you look at where Ericsson is playing, fatigue has taken place. We are playing much more long balls these days. So, yes, this guy is a key player, and I always question one thing: what happens when Ericsson is gone? I mean, in the sense that injury keeps in, fatigue, or he gets suspended. What happens? Or he's having a bad game. Do we
He will
have no one
depend.
to come in and basically do what he does? Isn't
I
this
think
what the manager is supposed to be
the
looking into?
way that we are handling ourselves right now is really relying on the defense lah. If the defense collapse, it's gone case. Really, really, right now it's only the defense carrying the whole team right now. Like today,
Like
obviously,
what Jai mentioned earlier about Lindelof, I mean, he's right. Jai is right. If you look at Linka, he's a defender who's a no-nonsense defender. When there is an oncoming ball, he runs in front of his opponent to get the ball. Whereas Lindelof is a very different defender. He likes to shadow, he likes to shield the ball. He stands at the back of the defender and he just shadows. This is exactly what happened when the first goal. If he was a bit more rough, if he was a bit more daring, he would have probably won the pass by Watkins. If I'm not wrong, it wouldn't have happened. But he
correct.
just shadowed. If you look at it, he shadowed a circle. Watkins had the opportunity to pass a through ball, and that's about it.
Left the hole in our
Yeah.
defense.
So yeah, we need more daring defenders.
Okay, like Sandeep mentioned, we are relying on De Gea and also Martinez and whatnot. So for this game, okay, Jai, selepas ni you rasa game selepas, I mean after this game kita akan bertemu Aston Villa lagi. Okay, apa changes yang you akan buat kalau you ialah Eric Ten Hag?
Dengan ada squad depth yang kita ada sekarang ni, sangat terhad lah untuk menukar player yang ada. Cuma for player, diorang kena lebih alert lah. Macam Martinez. Okay, kita tahu dia memang warrior kita apa whatever. Tapi dia pun manusia kan. Dia buat mistake. Sebab sebelum ni pun masa kita kalah dengan Brighton pun dia buat mistake yang sama. So benda ni kena, kita sekarang kalau nak menang, whatever kita nak menang pun, kita jangan ada mistake individu. Bila ada mistake individu, kita akan parah lah. Kita akan, okay memang kita sekarang memang kita ada Martinez, kita cuma ada Lindelof dengan Varane injured, dan berkemungkinan mungkin tak main Maguire. So dengan adanya skor yang ada sekarang ni, mungkin Eric Ten Hag dah fikirkan lah benda ni Januari mungkin dia transfer, dia beli player whatever, kita tak tahulah kan. Sebab kita sendiri boleh nampak yang Lindelof daripada dulu sampai sekarang dia punya kelemahan dekat situ. Kita boleh nampak setiap game dia punya kelemahan yang itu je. Kalau gol pun mesti kelemahan yang itu je. So cuma sekarang yang ada positif sikit sebab midfield kita macam Casemiro. Tapi yelah, kita kena cepat. English Premier League kena cepat alert. Kita tidak boleh terbuai dengan baru masuk and then tak settle down. Kita tak boleh macam tu. Sebab tu harapan saya Aston Villa dan mungkin prediction saya Aston Villa akan kalah dengan Manchester United. Itu yang paling mustahak lah.
Okay.
6-0.
Coach Tom, hope your favorite player doesn't come back to haunt us in the next league game. Yeah, this Andreas Pereira, man. Oh my God. Okay, Smurf, how about you? The next game, we are going to meet Aston Villa again. So do you think there will be any changes? Possibly there will be some personnel back from injury in the form of Anthony. Would that actually bring a balance to our team?
If Anthony were to start or come back, do you really see Anthony coming back into the team immediately after injury? 90 minutes to start the game?
I don't know how bad is. I think in this case, with the World Cup coming up, maybe not. But I don't know. But I would play him, and I would definitely take the risk and play him. Anthony, he himself, I believe he would want to play as well. I believe so. I mean, given that he's an individual with such drive and passion and whatnot, right? I would rather maybe risk it in a sense rather than watch the shambolic display of performance again like today.
Well, I think Marshall is back. I wouldn't say he looks fit to start, but I mean Eric Ten Hag knows it. If Marshall is fit to start, I would actually prefer Marshall to start off as the number 9. I hope there are changes, especially in the midfield. I think it's the Carabao Cup, so I really hope. Yeah, I hope that Bruno comes back. Nevertheless, well, a lot of people have said that it was because of no Bruno today and we lost the game. That there was no midfield. So let Bruno come back and see, well, if it's true, if it's right, or is it going to be the same old story? Well, in the defense, somehow Lindelof, besides Lindelof, we have Maguire. I still rather start with Lindelof. But Lindelof, like Doc mentioned, he just got to be a bit more proactive. I think if we as normal footballers or panels, we are able to see that. I'm sure ETH have seen that. And the coaching squad have definitely seen that. So they have to do something about it. He got to step forward. He's got to move. He's got to take the initiative to step forward of his opponents before the ball is received, and not just shadow. There are cases you shadow. There are cases you need to be much more proactive. So I do hope there's a lot of changes, especially in the midfield and the forwards. Put it that way, and the forwards.
3 changes. If you can have Marcel up front, Anthony on the right, Rashford on the left, and probably if just say we get Bruno back, I think we will see a different game. Hopefully we'll see a different
I would not even want to start Rashford. I would seriously not want to start Rashford. I mean, Rashford, he was on the right. Left. No, he was on the right. He did not do anything. But when he went to the left, for that couple of minutes, he did something. So what does it say? Is it that because the manager placed you on the right-hand side or placed you out of position, you do not want to give 100%? If this is the case, then drop this guy. He doesn't deserve to play for Manchester United if this is the case. Why? 70 over minutes, you are on the right-hand side, non-existent. As soon as we shift you to the left-hand side, you were, we could see runs. We could see Rashford making runs. But this was never done when he was playing on the right-hand side. So if this is the case, then if I'm right about what's in Rashford's mind today, then he deserves to be dropped. Start Garnacho, it's all right. The kid, he's a kid, yes. Let him grow. He's a kid, he's 18 years, full of energy. Let him grow. But one thing is, I hope that he's not going to be playing all the games, because that is also, if we come out with bad performance like today, it's just going to demoralize the kid. So in regards to Rashford, if it was because of him showing that he doesn't want to play on the right hand side, he only wants to play on the left hand side, then drop him. But if it was because of something else, then maybe start him. I would love to see him give his 101%.
Okay, so I think we're at the end of our show, right? A lot of talk about Shakira and non-relevant kind of stuff going on in the live chat. All right, so like usual, please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Good night.